Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video on our channel. The fan favorite Jenna Ortega is an American actress known for her roles on the television shows Jane the Virgin and Stuck in the Middle. Recently, she broke the internet with her dance in the show Wednesday. Well, now she's come out with another rocky revelation. Keep watching this video to find out Jenna Ortega's shocking confession about working for Disney. Not the best working environment. Jenna Ortega revealed that her time working for the Disney Channel was pretty brutal as she detailed the crazy hours, fight among the child actress's parents, and more. So while she didn't have to perform death-defying stunts, learn a million different skills, or film scary scenes for a horror film as she did on the difficult shoot that was Wednesday, it sounds like her time working at Disney Channel was truly brutal. Now that Jenna is well removed from her time at Disney, she opened up about how difficult it was to work on her show Stuck in the Middle. While on the podcast Armchair Expert, Ortega went into detail about how hard her work days were on the show that kind of predicted her future as Wednesday, saying, "Kids would randomly start fighting because their parents were fighting. So even though the kids had no problem with each other because the parents did, they would side with one another. We had therapy sessions, like collectively cast therapy sessions. They had to bring someone in because there were too many difficulties on set, and how were we going to get the family members to shoot with one another? The funny thing is, we had no issue with one another, and we were shooting 2 episodes a week. Crazy hours. We were coming in on Saturdays and Sundays to bang out school hours so we could do less school during the week. At the end of the wrap day, it was like, yeah, now you have to talk with a life coach about what you're feeling." Disney might have been listening in on confidential sessions. She also explained that parents would constantly be asking kids questions to get their own children further. Ortega continued to talk about the relationships between the kids and parents, as well as the required therapy, knowing that since the network was aware of what they would say in these sessions, she didn't want to tell the therapist anything. But then they go and they tell the production how you're feeling, and Disney Channel knows how you are emotionally and mentally. It was just like a lot. It was really strange, and then you don't want to tell them anything. Disney failed to let Ortega celebrate what makes her different. Respecting and embracing diversity is central to both Ortega's career and activism. At the time, Ortega was playing 2 Disney characters, inventor Harley Diaz on Disney Stuck in the Middle, and also Princess Isabel from Eleanor of Avalor, who is also an inventor. "It's pretty evident that my ethnicity isn't well respected in today's film," she says. While Disney gave her the opportunity to play these characters, almost all Disney actors agree that these roles are seldom versatile enough to let the actors shine through. Given the lack of diversity in Hollywood, Ortega says she's grateful for the opportunities she's had to represent Latina women in a variety of roles. "We can be represented in a positive light instead of always being the drug dealer or the maid." By playing different types of characters, Ortega hopes to encourage young women to embrace what makes them unique. Our skin tone doesn't define what we can and can't do. It's important for young girls to see this so that we can encourage them to embrace their intelligence and their differences, she says. Ortega believes in stepping outside your comfort zone. Both of Ortega's characters were inventors, and this is something that she hopes will encourage young women to pursue a career in science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. "I want to encourage young girls to step outside their comfort zone and try new things. When they see a character like Harley who's confident and talks about STEM all the time, maybe they'll be encouraged to open up about what they can do and be proud of it," she says. Ortega says she wants young women to not only pursue diverse career paths, but also celebrate their diverse capabilities. Not many people can say, "Oh, I'm really good in geometry and I'm really good in engineering." If you have that talent, that's something you should work on and tell people about it. She's always believed in using her platform for good. When Ortega started out in her career, she made a promise to her mother that she would use her platform for good, and this is why she decided to take a political stand at the RDMAs. "That's how I was raised. I always believed in giving back and standing up for what I believe in. We can make such a big change in the world if everyone used their voice." By taking a stand, Ortega hopes she will encourage young women to do the same. "I don't like getting into politics. That's something that I try to stay away from. This wasn't even political. It's about being kind and respectful toward one another. "What I did was purely out of love and compassion," she says. We believe that Ortega coming clean about the poor boundaries for child actors in Disney is another testimony of her using her platform for good. And with that, this video comes to a close. We imagine it would be really hard for a kid working a full-time job, going to school, and then dealing with all the drama from other kids and their parents. It's been well documented just how grueling it can be to work as a child actor. See iCarly alum Janet McCurdy's controversially titled memoir, for example, and clearly, Ortega faced some of these challenges during her time on the Disney Channel.